All right, here we are. Saturday, April 29th. Rando run Raceway last night. It was smoking really bad in the heat in the hot laps. I will tell you this, a lot of this kind of stuff I took last night, I'm not going to use. I went back and watched it, and I was like this. I don't want to see myself that close up. I'm sure you don't either. So I'll just do a little recap. But hot laps, it was smoking, missing right off the bat, and worse than it did with the other carburetor. So I'll probably put mine back on this next week. But I kept an eye on my spark plugs. I think they're getting oil fouled, really. So I thought, well, I can't do anything about the rings, but let me go back and just readjust the valves, make sure I don't have one a little too tight. So I skipped the heat race and readjusted my valves and then put new spark plugs in it. And see, there I go. The old arm gets tired. It gets closer to me. I need one of those selfie sticks. Ah! I'm just rolling with this. So anyways, so I skipped the heat race and went out there for the feature, just started tail. I was going to start tail the heat race, but I just didn't like how, I just needed more time. I wanted to go through and adjust the valves and stuff. So went out there for the feature, smoked a little bit, but ran great all race long. Pulled the plugs out this morning. They're still a little oil fouled, but not as bad. They're pretty clean. So when I say it was still running pretty good. So anyways, so honestly, between hot laps and the feature, I was telling my wife, I was telling Brenda, I'm like, all right, I'm not racing Saturday. I'm going to take a few weeks off. I'm just going to kind of assess the situation a little bit, slow down. There's nothing I can do about the rings if they're smoking. And that's what the problem is. It's crate, it's sealed. But anyways, it ran pretty good last night in the feature. It was pretty much a single file, hammer down track. And I looped it once right off the bat. I don't know, it's the first time I've had a gas pedal all year. And but a caution came out, and man, I ran right in line. Kyle Jarrett, I said we might trade some paint. All I did was right on his bumper though, but it was fun. I was just happy to have the car running pretty good. And hopefully tonight we can kind of do the same routine here, and you know, I'm just gonna make sure I got clean plugs in it when I roll out. And like I said, there's not a lot I can do if it's the rings. Just ride it out, or you know, fix it. Which, you know, $4 or $5 grand later, you can fix it, I guess. But anyways, so we'll see how tonight goes. But I know this is a lot of rambling. But last night, my videos are all like this, so I'm just trying to play a little catch up. So we'll see how tonight goes. See ya.
50-50 is still out there somewhere. If you don't see any fans, check them out down there. They're out here in the area. Looking for good down.
skipped hot laps because there wasn't no sense changing spark plugs just for hot lap. Ran the heat race, ran pretty good. Track was fast. Smoked a little as usual, but not like it did in hot laps last night. So Johnny Crump was running just good enough. He gave me a run for my money, but I couldn't get him. So I think we should start 15th in the feature. I'll take a look at the spark plugs, see how they look, and go from there. What's happening, folks? Here we are Sunday afternoon after a night of racing at St. Francis County Raceway. I didn't do an end of night video because when we got done, number one, my feature ended short. I felt like, you ever been out there racing and you thought you ran 5 laps and you come to find out it was only 1 because of all the cautions? That's how last night went. I thought I'd pass 5 cars, ran 5 laps. I didn't pass nobody. I don't know, weird. Anyways, one of the cautions, actually a buddy of mine, Rob Inman, his carburetor's on that car right now, got caught up in a wreck, hit the wall pretty hard, and just as I went by it, I just got clipped in the right rear. Everything looked all right on the body, but under red flag, she went flat. I didn't have anything up in the hot pits. It's all the way up on the other side of the track. It's kind of an inconvenience for me. I'm pitted on the complete opposite side, so I didn't have anything ready to go. But anyway, so when we got back to the car back to the trailer after the races, Rob's car was pretty tore up, so I was giving him a hand trying to get it ready to get back so he could get it loaded up. So it's a pretty hard hit. You can tell when you ask a guy, hey man, you all right? And he says yes, but you can see in his face that that was a hard one. So he's probably, yeah, I think I saw where he said he was a little sore today. So be praying for you, buddy. That should be hopefully be gone here in a day or two. But so I didn't do an end of race video, but the car was running pretty good. I think I've come to the conclusion that this old motor, you know, which I mean, I've thought it kind of the whole time. I just can't much I can do about it with the rings. I've got a few plugs that keep oil fouling out, so I don't think it's the carburetor. I'm gonna put mine back on this week, but I'm managing it. I'm just got me a set of plugs I clean up, make sure I got a clean set when I go out, and it seems to be helping. It worked for, well, Friday hot laps terrible. So I went through and I think adjusting the valves helped, because I mean the motor's running really good right now. When I put new valve springs on, I mean maybe I had something a little off. I did it when it was cold. I know they say, some people say it doesn't matter if you do it when the motor's cold or hot or whatever. But I readjusted them at the track Friday night, and the feature Friday night it ran pretty good. It ran pretty good in the heat race last night. It ran, I want to say in the feature we only ran one lap, but it was like, I think we had 3 or 4 restarts. So every one of them it ran good. Felt like I was going to go somewhere in that race, but you never know. So, but I'm just, I think I might be able to manage it this way until I can do something a little more permanent. And it was just me and Meemaw there. The kids were at Lake of the Ozarks all weekend, which they're probably going to be here any minute. They're excited to see Peepaw and Meemaw. And, but so was Mark helped me out last night. He's always a great help when he's there. Mark and Chloe and Crystal. And so we did have a little help last night. Friday night it was just me and Brenda. She's always a great supporter. She's not like a big, you know, she's not going to go to the races unless I'm racing, but she's a big supporter of me. She's a fan of me, not racing, but she hardly ever misses a race. She's always there to keep me company and root me on and keep me up. I know after hot laps Friday night, I was actually talking to her before I started adjusting valves, saying, this, you know, I'm going to take a few weeks off and just kind of, you know, slow down, quit throwing stuff at it. You know, maybe it's that time. So, but all of a sudden the good Lord has made this thing run another night or two. So, you know, what can I say? We'll keep on trucking. Just got to keep working at it. It's just racing. You got to keep it in perspective. The people that know me from the racing side, they know that, you know, I'm just you know, I'm not out buying the newest stuff, trying to buy all the latest and greatest. I work with what I got and try to make up for it at the wheel. God's given me just enough ability to make up for some of that. And the people that know me, not from racing, in my regular day life, probably think I'm all racing, because you know they don't know. But I actually have to hold myself back, because I mean I'd love to go all in sometimes, but you know I also like doing stuff with the grandkids, taking them on vacation, and you know going out to Kansas City to see the grandkids out there, not being tied down to the track every week. So just a, you know, different stage of life, but we'll limp this thing along. As long as it's running good, I'm not going to go out there and struggle with it every night, but by the feature Friday night and last night, the way I was managing it, it was running pretty good. So I got down at the heat race. I checked my plugs. I had 2 plugs that were kind of starting to look oil fouled. The rest of them actually looked pretty good. So put a new set in for the feature, and for what little bit we ran, it ran pretty good. So anyways, this will be my ending video for this week. Next week we run Farmington. We're running USAC modifieds. Just kidding. We're running topless. They're as ugly as can be with no roofs, but it's kind of fun. Get a little more exposed. Fans kind of see you sitting down in there a little more. Kind of like being in a non-wing sprint car, which I'm a big non-wing fan. So anyways, tops are coming off next week, and hopefully all is good. So, and you never know how to end this stuff. So anyways, see you next week.